everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi and welcome. I'm Letty. This is Letty Sparkle. I'm a crazy makeup person from England. I live in Bournemouth and I love all things makeup. So if you love makeup too, consider subscribing to my channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I'm posting. In today's video, we're going to be creating this little look here with this little palette that I got in January sales a few weeks ago now. And yeah, I just want to have a little play with it. So if you want to see what I think of the palette, some swatches, and how I created this look, then please just keep on watching. Thank you. So hello and welcome. So I'm really excited to be using this palette today. This is the Huda Beauty Caramel palette, I believe it's called. It's got a little kit that I got in Boots. This was on a sale I got in January. It was like reduced, I think it was like £27 or something. It was reduced to £18. So you get the actual, in this little bag you get a mascara. Ooh. Mascara, which I'll also try in today's video. And the, it's the Caramel Brown palette. So let's just get that out. Ooh. Look how pretty that is. That's just stunning. Okay. Right. Let's just get straight into the video. So, I've got some clean makeup brushes, I know. I still need to clean all them. But I cleaned a couple of pots so I could actually film today. So, I'm going to go in with like a fluffy brush. This is a Spectrum B07 brush. It's a fairly fluffy brush and I'm going to go in with this shade here. And there's no names to the shades, they're just shades, so I'm just going to go, let's just pat my primer. I've primed my eyes with a P. Louise base in Rumour, as always. I'm just going to kind of I'm going to bring you closer. Okay, here you are, nice and close. I'm just going to bring it like, just like that, and just kind of blend that out. And kind of bring it into the inner corner a little bit too. Not like ridiculously too much, but enough. Like so. Do the same on this side and I'll be right back. And then I'm going to go in with this shade here, the orange one, to blend that out. And just kind of tease that just above that area there. Just a little bit and just kind of blend. Okay, like so. I'm going to go into this shade here, that shade there. Again, same brush, and I'm going to go on top of that one, but just take it slightly higher into my brow bone. Just about blending the shadows in together at this moment. Like so. And then, see the difference? It's a bit like, okay. So, and then I'm going to go into the last matte shade, which is this one here in the middle, that kind of like, almost like a mustard yellow kind of shade there. And just pop that again, very, very, very lightly. I'm barely touching my skin. And just kind of blending that in circular motions on top. Just to blend that out so there's no like harsh lines, like so. Okay, I'm then going to go in with a smaller brush, something like this one. This is an MSQ one, it has no name, but it's like a smaller, denser like blending brush for the crease. I'm going to go back in to this shade here, that shade, the first one we used. And just kind of pop that on my outer corner. I'm just going to plonk it there. Plonk it? Plonker, you know what I mean. And then use that brush we used earlier just to blend out into the crease a little bit. Again in circular motions. I don't want to do too much so that I don't want to lose what's on my lid, but enough that it blends into that shade above. And then should I cut my crease? Yeah, I might cut my crease. So I'm just going to cut the crease quickly now. I'm just going to go in with blank canvas, I reckon. Blank canvas. I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've cut the crease. It's not perfect, but it's there, and I'm just gonna, and I'll fix all the lines and everything in a minute, so, but it's as better as it's gonna get so far. So I'll pat it into place so it doesn't crease. I'm just gonna kind of use a variety of the shimmers, so let's have a quick look. The shimmers are a bit, they're not as amazing as I was expecting them to be. So that's 4 of them, and then there's another one. So they're quite, like, these 3 are quite similar. Okay. So I think I'm gonna go in with the gold one in the middle first. Let me just clean my my swatches on my fingers. I will swatch the palette at the end as well, so just so we can see how they actually swatch on my arm. Okay, so I'm going to take a flat brush just to see if that picks up. I'm going to use a Council Collection one. Actually, I might use this one. And just see. So I'm going to go into this gold first to start with. Okay, it's not actually applying. Okay, it's not really applying. Let me try with this brush. It's not really applying. Let me just wet the brush. It's not really doing much either. It's kind of bringing it in a little bit. Okay, with your finger it does a little bit more. Okay, so I've had to wet it and really dig in there to try and get some pigment out of it. It's a pretty shade, but it's not like, oh my gosh. I'm just going to go into that top shade as well, this top shade here. That's like a creamy one. And it's a lot more orange than I was expecting. Again, let me try and see. It's very creamy. It's nothing like, oh my goodness me. Okay, this one down here is what's just done this, and that's quite pretty. Okie dokie. So let me just try with this brush to grab that, just to see if I can get it up until the line here, like so. And then I'm going to go into a little bit of this darker copper on the like outskirts, like just on the outer bit. And this way I've pretty much then have used like all of the shades. And then lastly I'll go into this darker like brown shimmer and just pop that, sorry, in the outer. And then with a small brush like this, is a JH09 I think, or 40, I'm just going to blend that in the outer corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an angled brush and I'm just going to go into that shade there, and with that shade I'm just going to kind of go around like the cut crease area, just to kind of bring out the cut crease a little bit. I'm going to do that all the way down, like so, and the same on this side. It's just to like define that cut crease and make it like pop. Sometimes once you've added colours you kind of lose the line, and I quite like the line. And then I'm going to go in with a little tiny brush. This is a Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH39 with no product in it. I'm just going to go into that little tiny line there and just kind of blend so there's no like harsh line, and that is all blended nicely, like so. Let's do the under eyes. I'm going to bring this little brush in with that shade there, the orange shade. Just use the tip of it, and just go like so. Same brush again, I'm going to go into this shade here and just kind of take that and just kind of blend that out a little bit. I'm not going to do too much with the under eyes. And I'm going to just go into this shade here, that yellowy one, again, and just blend that out again underneath. Just to make it not so dark. Okay, I'm going to go in with a bit of the mascara now. There's two sides, is there? Okay, I'm not really sure why there's two mascaras, but I'm going to curl my lashes and see if the mascara is good enough just to leave, or do we need some lashes? I'm going to go in with this side. Volume mascara. Colour length. Oh, okay, it's two mascaras. So one is a volume mascara. Okay. I'm not feeling that side. I'm not necessarily feeling this one either. Well, it's okay. While that sets, I'm just going to grab some highlighter. I do have my Anastasia Aurora palette, but I've broken one of the shades there, which actually I was going to use today. So let's find something goldy. Just going to do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look. The mascara is okay. It's not bad, but it's not great. So it's not like blur my mind or anything, but it's pretty. Look, it does give me length. It gives me there's a couple of layers, but yeah, it's okay. It's not like wow wow, but it's not bad either. So but yeah, I do like how the finished look. This palette's actually very, very pretty. Let me just get some cotton bud and my micellar water just to get my hands ready for swatching. Not many shades, which is quite easy then. But let's just swatch that now. I'm just going to swatch them here for you. No, I don't think the creamy formula of the shimmers is particularly amazing. So that's the first shimmer. That's the second. First matte. Then second matte. Let me just try and just blend that in. So that's the first three. Well, it's kind of going like that and then like that and then like that to make it a little bit easier. But I love the look I come out with. I do think it looks pretty. So this is the next one. Oh. Let me just do this one and then this one. That's the next one. There's one left, so I'm just going to use my index finger. I really like this shade. So this matte's actually swatched pretty well, but that's the whole palette. It's very pretty, it's very me. I love these sort of tones, but I have 100 palettes that look like this. The shimmers were quite difficult to use on your eyes, not gonna lie, because it was. They were very difficult to pick off, but I think maybe because I've kind of got into it now, maybe it might be easier. But it does look pretty on the eyes, like it does look really nice and pretty. So I'm happy with that. I mean, for the price of £18, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't think it was a bad price. If I had paid full price for it, which I think is about £28 or something, probably wouldn't be very. I mean, I wouldn't pay £28 for this palette anyway. I think it's too small. Bit of a mess. It's like been tangoed. But yeah, so overall I am pleased with it. It's a nice palette. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how it looks. And let me just give you a close-up so you can actually see the eyes. You could obviously add lashes. I just wanted to do something quite wearable. I will happily go out like this now. This to me is quite wearable, even for just a Thursday afternoon, how it is now. So I like it, I think it looks pretty. It's a nice palette. It's nothing, I'm not like that excited about it, and I'm not like overwhelmed by it or anything, but it's a nice palette. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's nice, and that's it basically. So so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a huge big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I shall see you in my next one. Thank you, bye bye. Mwah.